always love that music. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Family Life Builders TV, where we're building homes and transforming society. My name is Tosin Opeoluwa. If you're joining me for the first time, I want to say thank you so much for joining. I did not take it for granted. But before you go, if you are watching me on YouTube, I'm saying please click on that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you can get more videos like this from us. So this is a live stream. I upload videos every week. Today I have a wonderful guest who is going to teach us something new, something wonderful that could change your home and your entire life for good, forever. So today I'm going to be welcoming my guest, Dr. Olumide Okuneye, by reading his bio to every one of us. If you're also watching on our Facebook, please like and share. It's free. Please like and share. Okay, so I'm going to be playing my guest bio today, and I need you to listen because he's a powerful man of God. Dr. Olumide Okuneye, known as Coach Mide, is the co-founder of Marriagematics Incorporated, a ministry he founded with his wife, saddled with helping to raise homes that are masterpieces. This they have passionately pursued by creating communities for single ladies, single men, single mothers, and married couples, where depths and truths of creating beautiful homes are taught and salient issues in marriage are openly discussed, of which sex is key. He is a certified Christian marriage counselor with the Institute for Marriage and Family Affairs, USA. He is a speaker at conferences and seminars, both on-site and online. He has authored different books on marriage, relationships, and other academic topics. He is married to his sweetheart, Mrs. Adeola Okuneye, a fellow of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, and they are blessed with lovely children. They presently reside in Ibadan, Nigeria. He is a pastor with New Covenant Church, Genesis House, with the mission to raise contemporary, empowered, and spirit-filled change agents. He is a lecturer with a higher institution in Ibadan. Welcome with me, Dr. Olumide Okuneye. Dr. Olumide, welcome to the show today. Thank you so much for joining me. I did not know so I'm going to reduce my volume from this end. I hope it gets better. Okay. Do you want to greet the people? It's nice to see you.
Thank you very much. It's also very nice to see you from here. Thank you for bringing me on this beautiful show. God bless you. Beautiful evening to everyone. Evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you are watching this from. Thank you for joining us. God bless
you. Amen. All right. I have a few questions for you. And most of my questions will be from your book, because I really love you to talk about that. But that book is powerful. It's a wonderful book for new couple and, for even couples who are growing as well. The first question I have for you, actually, in the Christendom, it is expected that, we wait till we get married before we start, experiencing sex, of which we know that most of the time, we don't follow through. And a lot of people get to a point where they are so pressured that they want to really get married so that there won't be the pressure for sex again. I want you to tell us, does getting married actually stop the pressure for, for the temptation of sex? Please talk to us.
Now, thank you very much for that question. A lot of time I've had that statement being made. If you are pressured, if you are this, get married, Now, let me be very factual. The truth is that even with getting married, it does not stop that urge, it does not stop that drive. In fact, I can tell you for free that it actually increases the drive, it increases it. And let me tell you also for free, if you are married to someone and then of course you guys are having sex, it may not be able to stop you from having bad and lustful thoughts towards someone else and then experience. So that's why you have adultery very rampant and fornication and all. So getting married does not stop it, it actually increases. But we have noticed that when you have very beautiful sex in your marriage, there is a tendency that you may not find yourself in messy situation, especially in extracurricular. There is every tendency, though it is expected of every man and every woman to be able to tame your passion, tame your emotions. All the hormones that are responsible for some of these feelings will not know whether you are married or not married. They are there. God put them there. They will keep on exhibiting their stress. So the best thing is find the expression within your marriage, find the creativity within your marriage, and when the urge increases, still find the fulfillment within your marriage. I'm telling you, that is just the thing. Then another thing is this: sex is not the reason to get married. That is a very wrong reason to get married. Sex has never been the reason to give. If it is the reason to get married, I'm telling you, a lot of people would have jumped out of marriage by now, because many homes are not enjoying sex as it should. A lot. In fact, especially in the Christendom now, it's a big issue, because you find out that you don't want to discuss with your pastor. There is nobody to, who will you call? Sister Ruth, sister, or brother, and that something is wrong with me, I'm not enjoying. Few people want to talk about it. Few people. So a lot of people just, by the time the heat is much, they just keep on suffering like that without having a way to get better information. So sex is not a reason to get married, but even in marriage, those drives will not stop. They will actually increase, probably till old age.
Thank you so much, Coach. There's this other thing that I realized in marriage. Those who were not married, when we're not married, we have so much pressure. Then when we get married, um, sometimes the other person is saying, "Let's do it." Then you are saying, "I'm tired. I'm not doing." So how do we resolve and balance that?
Well,
When someone is tired, when either of the party is tired and the other person really wants it, what do we do to help?
now, till Jesus will come, you will find out that sexual libido, we call it libido, that's sexual urge, sexual desires in married couple may not likely be at the same level. Now, a lot of time people say, the men are always the one asking for sex, and then the woman is always the one saying no. There are marriages now that the woman is the one asking for serious sex, and the man is not. Recently, I was talking with a guy, and then he said, the wife was always asking for sex and all and all. That, but for him, it was. I said, let me kneel down so that you can lay your hands on me, and then that a lot of men will pay heavily to be able to have that kind of a drive that your wife has. I mean, if their wives could have that, a lot of men are going to pay. If you could just lay hands. So the truth is, it's not likely going okay. This and however, in most homes, we have realized that it's always the woman who gets tired, who a lot of things. Now, you will also agree with me that stolen food tastes sweeter, than the food you cooked yourself. When it's stolen, it looks like wow, wow, wow. So sex before marriage looks so enticing and all, and so of course there is when you just want to taste it and then just run, taste it and run, which is wrong in every aspect of it. However, when you get into marriage, life and the reality of life, shows forth. Now, what do I mean by that? You go to work, you come back after the pressures of work, you have to take care of the home, you have to cook, you have to do that. The husband also is under pressure to deliver, to be a man indeed. And then it's going up and down, and then you have a lot of emotional issues because sometimes when people get married, some of these little things they used to do, they find themselves not doing it. Some little appreciation for the wife, a little gift, let's go out, let's do this. Those things that used to fill the love tank of an average woman, you find that the man really does them. All he's looking for is, let me get the money for house rent, let me be able to pay school fees, let me be able to provide for food. So he does not do all this. So naturally, such a man coming and saying, "How far, let's have this," the woman is not prepared emotionally. So many times when a woman says, "I'm tired," it's not actually physical tiredness. I am very sure it's more of emotional tiredness, psychological tiredness. Because that same woman, if she sees a snake in her room, even with that tiredness, she will run. So where did the energy come from? You understand what I'm saying? So it's more of a psychological tiredness. But the truth is, a man who is knowledgeable can be able to pull her out of those tiredness and then be able to give her very beautiful sexual experience. She will ask for more. I've had testimonies of people saying, we did everything, and then, the woman is like, I'm looking forward to another session. The woman who was not literally interested so much now becoming like, wow, we enjoyed it. Now, another thing is this: a woman who does not climax, she doesn't enjoy it. The whole thing is so dry. There is pain. When she remembers sex, she remembers pain. Don't try. That woman, once you say S, if I don't even mention the remaining word, if she's not tired, the tiredness will descend on her immediately, and then it becomes an issue. So it's about a man being able to understand how to bring your wife out of that tiredness. Then another thing which is key, help her with the work in the house. Not help her, actually be there, support, work together, do things together. There are things you could, and then provide basic things, washing machine, provide of course, in Nigeria setting, provide generator, and then a lot of things, so that you can have cold, you understand what I'm saying? So that you don't have to look for what to do starting from the scratch every time. So it takes a lot of stress off her, and then she will not have any excuse to say she's tired.
Thank you, Coach. So I have a question here from Victoria. Star Victoria is my friend. Thank you so much for joining us. She has a question for you, Coach. She said, what happens when a woman asks and it's taken to be that the woman is exposed? Like in our culture, like for some people, if a woman is asking for sex, they, well, I don't know, you are the expert in this work today, but I ask my husband, and then I ask in a language that we both understand. I don't have to say it directly. We have slang that even when my children are there or anybody is there, when I say it, you don't know that is what I'm saying, but he got the message. So we have our code. So I want you to answer that question.
Now, there is a need for us to address that culture. That's a lot of times, a lot of cultures are faulty. Now, when I say faulty, that's going against what I was taught in school, that all cultures are right. I agree with them. I agree with them. But the truth is, some cultures now are faulty, especially when we look at the kingdom culture. Now, in the kingdom culture, while the man is the head, the woman is the rest of the body. The truth is, the woman has equal right, like the man. But it's just a matter of saying, yes, I know my strength, I know, but I'm submitting to you. Then the two of them can flow. Then, in very good home, I can tell you that they are friends. They are friends. Friendship is key. For any home, friendship, any home that work, friendship is key. So if friendship is key, and then I feel like having sex, I should have sex. If I feel like, okay, let's do it, I should. Why do I now? But this is where culture has silenced a lot of women. That's why women cannot say, come here. Now, most women may not want to say that, but we know women who can say, okay, wow, come on, let's enjoy ourselves. And, and for you, I tell you, 95% of men, at least 99% of men, even if they don't have the strength to do it, they will do it. If your wife is saying, come, let's do this, what we say is wrong with you that you don't want to do. But most women don't want to be taken for granted. So when they ask and it looks like it's not working out, then it's like their world is crushed. Now, I also should tell you that that's the same thing that happens to a man when he proposes and you say no. Our own world gets crushed also. So you understand the feeling. You get that. You get that feeling.
As in, it shows 6 inches.
If you get the feeling, you will understand what we go through. But if you guys are friends, now sex will not be my husband had sex with me. It's going to be we had sex. Now that's the right language. We had sex. It is not he had sex with me. No, forget that. That culture that is like the man is the one wrong. We had sex. Now, however, for a woman who doesn't want to be frontal with you, there are languages that you speak. For some women, all you need to do is just drop something in front of him while in front of the television, bend down with your short gown, ultra short gown. You are not putting on any undies, and then bend down seductively, pick it, then go into the room. That's all. The man knows what to do. He will put up that TV and follow you very fast. For another man, he might just be lie right on the bed and then open everything and just look at him as he's going in, coming in, and then saying, you don't even need to say anything, the man will come. So there are languages a sensible man and a sensitive man will pick it. Then you have a right to enjoy sex. Let me tell every woman listening to this now, you have every right to enjoy sex. I say this when I talk by the grace of God around in some places that for a man, God just give us the penis and just probably one or two other few places that are called erogenous zones for us. If you touch a man on the nipple now, you may feel something, but touch a woman on her nipple, she will feel something. There's a difference between something and something, touch a man on his head, play with his hair, he may not feel anything. But play with the hair of a woman, she feels, some things. Touch her on the cheek, touch a man on the cheek, it's weird. Even me now thinking about it, my wife just doing like this, it looks like, what's going on, But touch a woman, like that, it's speaking a lot of language. Touch her in between her legs, touch the leg, play with the leg. So those things for a man may not, but for a woman, forget it. It's you guys have a lot of erogenous zones, not to talk of the clitoris, not to talk of the vagina itself, not to talk of the G spot, the A spot, all those things are just there. God put them there for you to enjoy it more. In fact, for a man, his own enjoyment comes from the woman enjoying it, actually. So for us, it's just that one finish, and then basically but God gave you almost about 6, 7, 8 other areas that, if properly touched, will bring maximum enjoyment. So that means God had it in mind for you to enjoy sex thoroughly. So every woman has the right to enjoy it with your husband. So if you need to ask. Then sometimes you don't even need to ask. When he's lying there, just lay on top of him. You don't need it. What you need is that thing. And then sit on it. By the time you sit on it, the man will join you.
Wake up. You're right. Okay, Coach. I'm enjoying the conversation, and I know our people are enjoying the conversation as well. There's a question I've been wanting to ask. People said that when you're eating one food every time, you get tired. If you're drinking garri every time, you get tired. If you're eating rice every time, you get tired, right? Somebody said it's not possible to, keep a man. I've seen so many shows on Facebook that they'll say it's a lie. A man cannot just keep, being with his wife alone. I want to make this question a two-in-one question, and I want you to, as much as possible, according to your, book, you will still talk about your book. According to your book, I want you to answer that question. So, when we are saying the man gets tired, what are we really saying? That's number one. Number two, I found out also because a lot of men send me emails and messages and all that. Now, they said these women, when they ask for a particular style, these women are not available. So to those women, it looks like they are tired. So they were saying, I'm not tired. I'm just asking you to, give me a particular style. So tell me, are there some styles that some Christians should not do? And do men really get tired? So I want you to talk. I want you to talk about that.
Now, to be very fair and candid, I will trust God to help me to explain this very well. Now, if I eat rice and then it's okay, I get tired. I understand the feeling that there is a possibility to do that. But I can vary the rice. I can do fried rice. I can do jollof rice. I can do coconut rice. I can do what other? You are an expert in this. I can do varieties of rice. I can try anything. So it is the same rice, but yet variant of it. Now, you are not expected, even if it looks like, okay, it's just this woman, okay, so I'm expected to go out and try some other people. Let me tell you, just recently I've been researching on adultery, or what do you call it now, extramarital affairs. I have not seen a positive outcome from any extramarital. I am yet to see none. It may look exciting now, but the end thereof is always issue, trouble, secret, and all. So why not take your rice and do it in ways that it can help? But however, I have an appeal to make to many women, because I realize one thing: a lot of women, psychology for us are different. For a man, he's excited about what he sees, including his wife. He's excited about what he sees, and then every man likes varieties. Now, sometimes it's as simple as the hairstyle. For a woman, you came in today now with one dread. I don't know what to call it. Then in another 3 weeks, you are here with another one. A man loves varieties. He loves changes. He just, once he sees that, it's like this is another. Of course, the name of the lady is Diola. This is another Diola. Wow. And then it's just like, wow, I'm seeing you in another light. The woman who has always been walking around in the house with poop, all those things, just go Google or with all these clothes. Once in a while, just change it, put in something ultra short, something with revealing cleavage just for your husband. The guy is like, hey, what is this? Those are varieties. But the problem, my dear sister and friend, is a lot of women, once they are married, they settle. As long as they have their children, in parentheses now, once the children are there, they transfer the focus that they should have given to the man, they transfer it to the children. A lot of men are very lonely in their houses. So instead of the woman and the man being able to flow, you will see the woman just putting all her attention on the man, and then the man is just there. So at that point, you are pushing him out, because every man also needs attention. Then every woman should also keep grabbing his attention consistently. So instead of just being like, what else? We are already settled. What are we doing? Keep changing a lot of things. Now, going to the other question now, every sex style that's why, the scripture never mentioned any sexual style. I've had, in this little sojourn, that people saying there is only missionary position. No, the scripture never proposed a particular sexual style. So I believe God left it out so that we could explore. There is a possibility for exploration between two people. What is convenient, what is comfortable, what is exciting, what is good, what we can mutually enjoy that will not be painful to anyone. Please go ahead and do it. If it is on the chair, there are sessions I've done in sexology group where we thought about different sexual style. You could use your office, non-invasive sexual style, just touching, not non-penetrative sexual style, erotic massage, on the chair, in the kitchen, in the bedroom, in fact, there are so far you could buy that you can do lots and lots of stuff. It's just about exploring. I asked the couples become explorers. Explorers are able that they find out, oh, this one is here, this one is there. So you keep looking, searching. And then at some point you will get one and two or three. And then wow, you guys can maximize it. And after you are done, you are like, wow, we have done very well. So keep exploring. However, one I know that the scripture does not support is anal sex. And apart from the fact that anal sex, that was what happened in Sodom and Gomorrah, they were homosexuals and then they were doing anal sex. But medically, anal sex is wrong. It is not right. The cells that are responsible for erogenous feelings are not that much around the anus. They are not that much around the anus. So it's just for a man who put it there, that tightening effect, and then, the man can feel but the truth is that woman will go through pain. Then the muscles that are on that area can become flaccid over time if you are not careful. So that means the woman will not be able to control defecation. So over time, if you see people that are involved in homosexual activities and all, they tend to begin to use what do you call it now? Diapers over time, because they would have messed up that place and then they cannot control. So God will not expect us to use that if you understand what I'm trying to say, because what will be at the end is usually pain. And then apart from that, medically, that place, you can't put things there and not carry a lot of bacteria. A lot and lots of bacteria. I mean, lots and, in millions, CFU if you are not careful. So that is a no-no. But any other one, even if it is oral sex, and your husband is faithful, your wife is faithful, don't do oral sex with anyone who has a question mark of infidelity. That will be trouble. We don't want to see you the second or third day with your mouth swollen, and then you can't tell us what happened to you. What happened to you now? You're like, don't worry, bless God. So if you know there are question marks, don't try oral sex. But if there is none, oral sex is one of the beautiful experiences anyone can enjoy, and it is not a sin. You can cross-check with the Holy Ghost. I'm telling you, it is not a sin.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Coach, for doing that. I also want to mention that uh, um, anal sex can cause you to end up on a wheelchair at the end of your life. So it's very essential if you're watching us. Anal sex is not what you want to try. It's perversion. That's just the pure truth. It's perversion. Thank you so much, Coach. There are lots of questions that were flowing in my mind, and if we keep talking, we are not going to finish today. So I want you to talk about your book and how people can get it.
Okay, thank you very much.
You can raise it up and let them see it so that they know what they're getting.
Okay, this is a hard copy of my book, Marriage Secret of Great Sex. Marriage Secret of Great Sex. Now, this is born out of some years, at least about 13 years of burden for the home, basically. We got married about 14 years now. And when we started, nobody taught us anything. Basically, we didn't know anything. We were both, virgins, no prior experience. And I mean, that is just the right thing. But no one taught us, as it were. They just counseled us, ensure you do it, ensure you do it. But I didn't even hear what they said. So the first experience for us was not that exciting. And then we started asking around, we started looking around. And I can tell you that there are so many materials out there that are very dangerous. Lots and lots of dangerous materials. Now, we didn't get any that have a Christian basis to it, and yet very explicit about the act of sex itself. So for us, it was a serious issue. So one of the ways we tried to do it was to begin to counsel couples. Once it's about a few days to the wedding, counsel them, talk to them about our experience, and then teach them what to do. And then that led into a lot of things. Now, by the grace of God, we have some WhatsApp group where a lot of couples are, and the Telegram page, and then a lot. So we've been talking about sex and then how to have good sex on that. So this is coming out of the burden, that a lot of people have lots of questions, but they don't know who to ask. And then they are Christians, and they cannot just go and start looking at pornography to be able to get it right. But some men have tried that, and I'm sure they were painful results, because those ones are pro. They are doing it as a business. You are just trying to do it with Sister Titi, who is just getting an introduction into this sexual experience. So lots of families are not getting it very right. Even now, lots of families. So that's why this is a complete book that I was joking with someone that you can hold this in your hand and be having sex with your spouse. Just open to one page, open another page, and then, try it out. Because it's taught everything from the very beginning. God's plan for sex, and then, apart from God's plan for sex, we did a sexual satisfaction survey for married people. It will shock you the result. Sexual satisfaction survey. We did it for lots of married people, about 200 or so, and the results were just wonderful. You need to read some of these things. Then why is it that you don't have sex, getting it right, all the turn on and turn offs? Now, a lot of people will not teach you that, but this one asks what can turn someone on. There are sometimes you can just say one or two sentences and your wife is just in the mood. But there's a need to know what to do. And then, but sometimes you see some guys, they are smelling, there is body odor, and then they are getting close to the woman, and the woman is just like, I'm tired. Now, it is not because she doesn't want, it's just simply because of your body odor. That's a turn off. So this you need to know. And then how to change it, sexual intimacy. We talked about myths about sex. There are things you need to know. Those lies have gone for a long while. People thought that they are truth. You need to know that. And then the beauty of sex, then the anatomy. People need to understand their reproductive organs. I took time to explain this. All the erogenous zones, places you can touch, kiss, and then play with that can turn a woman on, make a woman wet, or make a man have, the understanding about penis itself, the vagina, the clitoris, the breast, the nipples, all these were explained. And then, I now took a step by step, some of the things you are going to find a step by step way to be able to have very good, beautiful sex. It's almost like a hands-on, let me hold your hand and lead you through this. So beautiful, beautiful. Then there were there's a place you will love, spicy talk, sex in strange places. Many times I tell people, if you keep having sex in that same bed, in that same house, in that every time of your life, one day, even your bed,
Right. We're gonna say, people go out.
Do it somewhere else now. You have your sitting room, even your car. Because I've seen that some of the excitement that comes about sex is risk. It's just like when you take a wife and you're like, let's is anybody looking at us, and then you are fingering, you are touching, you are kissing, you are smooching. Don't do that for girlfriends. When you are not. When you are still young, don't do that. But for your wife, for your husband, you can do that. You are married, you are legal, you have the legal right to do sex in the car, yes, in your compound. Don't let me explain there, you can get it. And then one final one is for those who are just about to get married, very explicit very explicit. If you read it and then you just get married that day, you can lead your wife into orgasm and have beautiful sex. So the book, the hard copy, people can chat me up to get the hard copy. If you are in the Badon, it's in UI. It's also in this bookshop in Global West Church, also the bookshop. And then there's a bookshop in LA, I've forgotten the name. Very popular, where people can get it. But it's also on Amazon. You can search it out. Marriage Secrets of Great Sex by Coach Mide. It will pop up and then you can get it. People can chat me up for how to be able to access it. I can tell you there is a money back guarantee if your sex life does not change after reading this. It's either you need prayer or
Or we should lay hands. We should lay hands.
and leave that. But I can tell you, your wife, every man should take this and read, and then just demonstrate some things to your wife. She will ask you, where did you get it? Then every woman should pick this book up and just read. Then you will change some things, and your husband will be like, what just happened to you? And then, okay, don't let me push you. A lot of women don't even know that they will have orgasm more when they are on top. A lot of women don't know. They just, there is this, I was reading, is it Chino Achebe sometimes ago, or some of these legendary Igbo books, and then somebody was saying that, is a woman, that the guy is a woman, that his wife is the one who lies on top of him when they're having sex. So that's why the guy is a woman. And I was like, hey, are you serious? No. That position is one of the best positions for any woman to be able to reach orgasm and climax. It does not reduce the masculinity of the man. But get this and then get more information by the grace of God. And then it is safe for a Christian, very safe, but very explicit.
Yeah. One of the reasons
styles also are there, sexual styles, lots of them are also there. Okay.
Thank you so much, Coach. Thank you so much. One of the reasons why I love this book is this. When you watch a blue film, you are only attracted to the woman in that video. You're not attracted. You're not creating bond with your spouse. But this very book, oh my God, will teach you series and series and series of styles that you can do that will make you feel good. I tell you, if you're having sex, I was chatting with one of my friends one day, and I said, when you see those women who comes to work and they are angry, always angry at the client, angry at I won't mention places that you can find people like that. You know them. I won't mention places where you can find. They are angry at the clients, at the workers, at the junior workers. I said, it's because they are not having sex. And if they are not climaxing, because you will relax, you will smile always. Your body, because sometimes you just remember what is going to happen tonight at work. You just smile. They won't know why you are smiling. So you will feel relaxed. It makes you relax. The experience of getting to climax when you have sex is the same experience you have when you take cocaine. Ask those who are taking cocaine, what the experience they have is similar to dopamine. So when dopamine is released, someone is asking, Kimberly said, I live in UK. Where can I purchase the book? So the book is on Amazon. Coach, please raise the book again. The book is on Amazon.
The title is Marriage Secrets of Great Sex. I'm going to post it on the chat box. Marriage Secrets of Great Sex. Marriage Secrets of Great Sex. You get it on Amazon, yes. Even in UK, yes, you will get it.
So I really, really, really want you to get this book. It will help you. I tell you, it's going to help you. There's something I want us to talk about before you go. Maybe just give people some code, feel code. that could spice up their experience tonight? And I'm talking to married people. What is that thing that could, one thing that will spice up their experience tonight?
Well, let me.
They've been having it. I talked about dopamine being released. Like someone was asking that she doesn't climax. I said, you have not started having sex. If you don't climax, what are you saying? Like, you need to experience that, and experience it regularly. Whether the brother is close or is not close, you have to. So we need to teach them some of these things. So let's talk about what's one thing they can do tonight that could change everything for them.
Well, I don't know if I can. I'm free to say this that I'm a certified married mentor, and then of course I don't mind if people would like to have a personal time of discussion. We've had situations where we had a series of time with couples and then walk them through, because sometimes people have background issues, and so by the time we discuss, we deal with the background issues, then you find yourself being freer to enjoy yourself. So you can always hit me up and then we can do this. But let me give you a bit of a hint for any woman who is listening to me today. Now, usually the guy is always in charge, but tonight, can you be in charge? Now, I'm going to tell you what to do. Just start from now. Probably if you have somewhere you can keep the kids, very good. But if not, let's just hope your kids will sleep on time. Some prayers you need to pray them so that your kids will sleep on time. And I hope that you don't have kids sleeping in your room. That will affect a lot of things, though, depending on their age. So if you are not free with your husband, then while watching the news tonight, just even now listening to me, just tell the guy, I'm going to do something to you tonight. You will never recover from it. Now, don't just leave him expecting. What do you want to do? What do you want? Just say, don't worry. And then probably towards the evening after the food, sit on his leg. I want to advise you to have a very short gown. Those things are very important, ultra short. And then, of course, don't have any undies, with you. I hope it's safe to keep saying this. Sit on his leg and then face him, and you guys just kiss. Take time and kiss. I'm sure lots of families don't take time to kiss at all. But you mark it that for the next 15, 20 minutes, I'm just going to kiss this guy. So keep kissing him. Let him touch you everywhere. But you just keep kissing. No penetration, nothing. Then stand up abruptly and just walk inside. I can bet it with you that that guy will follow you inside. So he follows you inside, tell him to just lie on the bed, and you tell him you are going to be in charge. He will do whatever you say he should do. Now, that will help you, and that will also keep the man under some level of, you subdue him a bit, because most men will just grab and penetrate, and you won't enjoy. So now you lie and then tell him to, anywhere I touch, place a kiss there. Anywhere I touch, place. So begin to touch everywhere. Touch your, yeah. And then what the guy, you will see that he will calm down and he will touch you lovingly. Most women need that. That will shoot you up, like that. So touch places, touch, very funny places. Then touch your nipple, touch your breast, let him kiss it, let him touch it. Then touch the vagina, also touch the clitoris, let him kiss. So for you, if you are, I trust you are well shaven, and so that there won't be things entering his teeth, So so just touch the place and then tell him to kiss and let him kiss that place very well. I can assure you, you are going to climax. But if you don't at that point in time tell him to lie on the bed now, then you sit on him, straddle the guy, and then put the breast in his mouth, and then begin to touch him, and then begin to go up and down. Just keep riding him, and on you will definitely, because your body would have been well prepared, you will. If you have a chair in the room, you can try that also. Let him sit on the chair, sit on him. I can assure you that that position is fire. You sit on him, ride him until you reach Tonight alone, you can have 3 climaxes if you have never had one. And you must pay for each of those climaxes. You must you must sow a seed for each of. But I can tell you that you are going to have. A lot of time, many women don't really participate in sex. They are on the receiving end. That's why you don't enjoy it well. But if you are on the giving end, I can tell you that you will explode. 2, 3 climaxes in one night, you can get it. Just try it and let me get
the feedback. The feedback from Dr. Olumide. All right. Is the network is fluctuating right now, but he has said so much, and I'm so grateful. Thank you so much, Coach. I was going to add that I even thought when you stand up, you go to the bedroom and then you open the shower so that even when the children are knocking, they won't hear that something is going on. So that when you start making noise, they don't get the noise. So even right under the shower, right there, you bend, kneel down, let your back bend, let him go from the back. If you want to get a small chair inside the bedroom, open the shower while the whole thing is going on. So make sure that I heard it from your wife, Coach. She said it's just one life. Why don't you enjoy it?
That's one of the things
I heard it from her. She said
we are not doing
just
a
one
rehearsal.
life.
This one is not a rehearsal for another one. This one is life. Then we have life in the kingdom of God. And mind you, there is no sex in heaven, at least to the best of my knowledge now. Though we are pleading with God, I'm hoping to be able to plead that, that we can have. I've recruited some people. When we get to heaven, we'll gather ourselves and go and meet with God. Can you please restore these things?
You won't have the flesh again, so there won't be a need. We'll be spirits that time.
I will tell my spirit man to remind me. My spirit man will remind me. So while we are here, enjoy to the
just enjoy it. Enjoy it. I had a woman said, why will my husband put his hand under there? I said, what? You mean you don't allow him to do that? Oh, okay, you need some tutorial. You need some tutorial. Like, seriously, you need some tutorial. I mean, if you're watching this and you don't allow him to do that, you're missing something, okay? You're missing something. Because even from his hand alone, you climax. From his hand alone. So it's very essential for couples to explore. Just explore and make it better. Let's round up on this. And I will want to say that Coach, just tell us something about sex and intimacy, because I see people saying they have a sexless marriage. I don't understand that. I can't comprehend it in my mind. They say we are married, but we don't have sex and we are okay. It's a lie. It's a lie. Big lie. So help me to analyze the relationship between sex and intimacy in marriage.
Tosin, let me tell you the truth. The highest form of intimacy in any relationship is sex. That's why it is so sacred, so beautiful, that you don't just do it with anyone. In fact, for anyone who has messed up with people, you realize that you are drawn to that person. In fact, I tell people, if you have ever had sex with someone that is not your wife or your husband, when you see that person and you are alone, there is about 85 to 90% possibility of having sex with that person again. Because you have gotten to the deepest level of intimacy. It creates a sync. It creates a bond. Now, apart from the fact that it is spiritual, I'm telling you, it's one of the deepest level of spirituality. Somebody said, and I agree, that when you are having sex and then you climax, that you can quickly pray some prayers. I completely agree with it, because at that point you guys are one. That one that the Bible says they are one. But for me, I've not been able to do it because my mind will not be on prayer. I cannot pray at that point. I can pray before, I can pray it after, but that time, I want to focus on delivering value. So it's the deepest form of intimacy. You know, if you see families that have very good sex life, you will really find them fighting. I mean, I'm not talking about the one that the man has sex with the wife and the wife is just on the receiving end. I'm talking about the one that the two of them are involved. They are going to be friends. You will notice. You will see them grilling. You will see them playing when they are walking around. You will see them joking with each other. It's because they are intimate
Yeah.
at the deepest level.
Yeah.
So,
There's a bond.
let's give it to God for giving us this depth of intimacy. For
Yeah.
every marriage, sex will cement that relationship far better
Yeah.
than anything.
You're right. I was speaking with when I was in Houston. I joined an association because as a student I was supposed to join Association of American Association of Marriage and Family Therapists, and then I also have to join a local group also, which is called Association of Marriage and Family Therapists in Houston. And we were in that meeting one day, and one of the therapists, a sex therapist, said something. She said a man was willing to offer her $10,000 for him, for her to teach him how to make his wife climax. Because the woman was not going to have sex with him because he couldn't get her to climax. This is a
Wow.
real deal. This is a big deal because
Wow.
it brings a lot of intimacy in the relation. Remember, most of our parents were not rich when we were growing up. When you see couples in those days, they are happy. They will have lots of children. They don't have money, but they are happy. And then I'll say this in Yoruba. They say, "Mama jokote rumi, Mama jokote rumi." And people will say, "Clearly, everyone, everyone is what is in that man's trousers. That's their eru." It's nothing else. That's
That's
the prayer. So that's the eru. So it brings lots of bond, and this is very, very essential. And I see men also, they suffer for these things. They suffer for it. In the last 2 weeks or thereabouts, I've been, receiving messages from men, and they were asking questions about these things. How can things change in their relationship? They love their wives. They want things to change. So please get that book. You need to get that book. And we'll not stop talking about this. And thank you so much, Coach. I actually have a video on my list where I was going to talk about, places where you can, fun places where you can have sex. It will change everything. You didn't have sex on rooftop. You've not tried that one before. Go and try it. Go and try it. Try it in the bathtub. Try it under the shower. Try it on your reading table. Just try those things. If your husband have a private office, go to his office one day, dress sexy, take food to him.
Why not?
Try it on the chair in the office. Nothing is wrong with that.
Nothing
Please, spice up your relationship, spice up your marriage. Even when your husband go out, he will come back because he remembers that no one does it better. So please, let's change things.
You also have a lot of time. You have side chicks to also compete with. It's a serious world now. There are side chicks who are ready to take married men because they know married men take care of girls better, so they are ready. So you have them to compete with. Now you have a better advantage because you are at home, and then you can deal with the man very good. God will help you. It's possible.
Yeah, very, very essential. Very, very essential. Even those who don't know God also understand this, that if they can keep their spouse with a good sex, even when they go out, they are just going to have fun. They are coming back home because they know there is somebody at home who is a bad
Mm.
one, who is really bad that you can't beat. You don't
Mm,
understand
cannot.
that she's so
Fair
bad
enough.
you can't beat her. So
Mm,
please, develop those codes, just spice it up, add things, do something special, that will make him feel special. He should also, as a man should also do something special that will make the woman feel special, so
right.
much that whatever you are doing, wherever you are, when you remember. I tell people, women are now, you know, at the, most women now climb so higher and so faster that you really don't need to pursue lots of money to please them. All you need to do is to create memories for them.
Mm, yeah.
That's what they need. Memories that cannot be easily erased. So please, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. We appreciate you. I thank everyone for joining. Thank you, Sister Victoria. Thank you, Kimberly. We appreciate you. We thank you. We thank everyone, including the people that I'm unable to see. I want to say thank you so much for joining us today. Um, Coach, how can people find you?
Okay.
See my husband. See my husband.
Yeah,
Is he only Dr. Olumide that you are greeting? You will not greet me.
I
You
greet you,
will not
Pastor.
greet me.
I, I cite you, Pastor. I greet you.
Thank you so
Okay.
much, MT. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. Um,
All right. People can get me. Let me drop my email address, coachmide at gmail.com. You can get me on that, coachmide at gmail.com. Then Coach Mide Marriagmatics on Facebook. Coach Mide Marriagmatics on Facebook. Coach Mide Marriagmatics also on YouTube. On YouTube. And then also on Instagram, Coach Mide Marriagmatics. Once you search it, you find me there. Then my phone number, should I drop that? Okay. 234 plus 234 81 289 12340.
can you take it again, please?
Okay,
Plus two
plus
three
two
four.
three two three four
Mm-hmm.
812
Mm-hmm.
891 2340.
Okay.
That's actually
Plus
my
234 812 891 230 2340.
40. Yes,
All
correct.
right, great. So
Sure.
I put everything in the comments. People will be able to see it and find you. Thank you so much, Coach
Thank
Mide, for
you very
joining
much for
me.
having me. Thank
Um,
you so much.
Help me greet Sister Diola. You guys are
I'll,
wonderful. Somebody said I don't have. How did the person put it? The person said I don't have friends. I don't know how to keep lots of friends because I give my all. If I'm going to be a friend to somebody and I'm going to call that person a friend, I want to see them succeed. I want to see, things work out well for all of us. And I'm so sure my husband knew this, that one of those people who are my friends is so and your wife,
from time
keep along.
immemorial.
Recently, I was going to use you for my reference, and I put the person was asking for years of relationship. I said 20
Oh,
years.
thank God. No, that
The
one is
person said
is
he
it
doesn't
about
want you.
from primary school or secondary? Which one did they want?
The person said he doesn't want you. Oh,
Thank God for
yeah, thank you
the
so much. Thank you
thank God
so
for
much. I
the
really appreciate you.
thank
Sister Adiola. Sister Adiola. That's Coach wife or Adiola Okuneye. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate everyone. I always enjoy, inviting you, meeting with you, um, every time. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I'm,
I would
I'm
have
very
felt
good.
so bad when I was in Nigeria and I didn't see you. I would have felt so bad. So I'm so happy that we were able to see.
There
Thank
was
you
no way
so
we were going to carry that over at all.
at all.
At all.
Thank you so much. I love you guys. I appreciate
Grateful.
you. I want to
Thank
thank
you.
everyone for joining. I want to say thank you. Oh, Stadiola, I love you. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Check their YouTube page also. Check it out. Marriage Matics.
Coach Mide, Marriage Matters.
Marriage Matics, because there's another Marriage Matics on YouTube. So make sure you check Coach Mide Marriage
Coach Mide,
Matics.
Marriage
Yeah,
Matters.
so thank you so much. Those who are watching on Facebook, thank you. Those who are watching on YouTube, thank you. Thank you. I celebrate you. I appreciate everyone. Do have a blessed week. And I'll see you all next time. Thank you so much, Coach. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Let's
God
enjoy
bless.
this music from my friend. I have another friend who just released another music because I'm afraid of copyright issue. So I
Thank
keep using my friend's music. So I have another friend who just released the music. I'm going to upload it so that next time we have a live stream, I'm going to use it. But let's enjoy Evans on this one. Bye bye, guys.
Joy will always come.